Calm as the ocean serenity at night.
Oh, for God's sake, what's going on out there? Alexa, play traditional medieval music.
Here's a station you might like.
Oh, I know what. I've still got my bloody earpluggy things in. Oh, I'm live. Oh, boom. Oh, I'm live. Come on. Oh dear, I've just put my thingy, my jiggy in. I won't be a minute. Boo, 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 boo. Right, come on then, let's sit down and... Excuse me. Right, hello. Oh, I'm here. Hope you're okay. Sorry, I'm wobbling everything because I'm a bit near the... Right, it's not moving it, is it? Right, yes. Hello. I'm really excited, and then I wasn't, because I'll be honest with you, I did a load of stuff and I just didn't like it. I really didn't like it. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? I've got them all here. Like, I really didn't, just didn't gel with me. I'm thinking I've done all this work, and some of the work is better than the piece. Hello, Jamila. Hello, Jenny. Hi, Denise. And I thought, some of this work is not better than I'll show you them later. Than the bits I've already done an experiment. So this sometimes happens to you, right? This will happen, and if it doesn't, you're really lucky, because it happens all the time to me. I get to a point and I want to finish it, but I don't know how to finish it, and at that point I have to walk away. Sorry, I've got all my bits and bobsies and that. But what Mark made me, he made me a mellow for my gold work. So, goodness, blubbers! My old mucker's here. So, if you wonder what's going on in the back, we're having a tournament in the garden. No, we're not. I've just got that music on. So, I've got my stuff together that I like. And I thought, this is a good little tip for you. You know, we wrote it all down and we had our list and we got to point 2, 3, and I was doing 4. So I was looking, I still really like these, and I like a little bit of that, but not enough to use it again. I like some of these. I don't like that, but it's good as an idea for that. I don't like her face, but I like the idea. That's just a drawing I did for some trees. And I really like that, but I want to extend it. So, here it goes. This is what I've decided. I decided that I like some of that, and I like some of that, and I like a bit of that, and I like a bit of that. But I don't like the way I've done it. So I'll move it all up because obviously you can't blooming see it there. So I've done a bit of that, but I don't like them. I really don't like them, and you'll get this. Yeah, it candliness. Hi, Audrey. So you may get to a point where you're like, I really don't like this. It's not working for me. There's something not right. And there's the original. So you know they all fit like that. And then I took this one back. Right? And I really love this. And this was one that I did. And I'm like, well, hang on. Why don't I just go ahead go back to the original work that I did. Because no one tells me I've got to complete one at the end. This is all about the journey. So I really liked this. And it ticks all the boxes that I want. But what happens if I just wanted to add a little bit of that on the top? Not like that. Or a little bit more of that on the side. Or even a bit of that somewhere. Do you know? So the answer to what I'm saying, long and short of it, is don't be confined to trying to finish something. Although you've enjoyed doing these, they're not always going to be just for practice. Sometimes these will look better. Exactly, Jenny. It's entirely up to you. If that's how you want to finish it, with a face, a stamp. Yeah, I mean, that's still one of my favourites, and it might end up being the finished piece. Who knows? I could put my gems on that and that, but I wanted to try this first, you know, and the spirally things I could set on here, so that might be my final bit. But this is the last lesson on this, on Klimt, and we're going to move on to Renee McIntosh, and so that'll be next Friday. So what I'm saying is, look at parts of your work. Do you like them there? What's to say if I cut the face off and have the face on there that I fill little bits in? So I'm really glad, and I never hide out from you. You know that. What you get with me. If I like parts of it, then I've succeeded. I don't have to use it all. You know, if I cut this down, I liked the techniques I did. I loved them. You know, industrial sort of tape, inked up, stamped, and, you know, embossed, and then the little gems on them. I liked it. Now this, I wanted to just show you something. When I was sat there looking at it, thinking, whoa, I don't like it. There's my person. And that's my person. So on another piece of card, let me get one here. I've got one here. On another piece of card, look. Very much a dancing lady. So that could then become another piece of work, filled in. Could have a skirt on like that, or she could just have a little fishtail, and, you know, and another head, or a bigger head, or Marge Simpson hair. But there's a face, a body out of that one. So can you see it? Yeah, exactly, Jamila. That's why sometimes you need to sort of take the stuff away and rethink it and just think, oh, hang on, that doesn't have to be Klimt. No one told me that I have to have it as Klimt, you know. I just said it's going to be similar. And I can't remember where that goes. It's a bit of a, oh, there we go. But if I wanted to, looks like a book now, doesn't it? But if I just wanted to put the fishtail on, I could add the fishtail to it. And I'd like the fishtail coming out. And she's got a funky dress on. Do you get me? So I wanted to show you that. That's one. And I thought some words would be cool. So here's one of my new stencils. It's got alt wording on it, and I really like this. Multi to bring this out myself. And one that is it's that much of a favourite, right? This, that I bought 2 new ones. And I just like the fact that, where's the old? I'll just show it you. I really like the fact that it's great for, you know, the circles going in and out, up and down. So I thought I like that. I still love her face. Now, nothing to say, I can't whip her off and put her on. Do you know what I mean? So never ever be sort of, oh, I hate it, I don't like it, it's nothing, it's not what I want, it's just not what I want. And then remember, what I do want to do is I want to stitch it eventually, I want to do some lines of stitching, and I went back to another stamp that I did a few years ago, and I stitched these. Now, many of you've gone on and stitched yourself some stamps, and it's been like, I've been really proud to see what you've done with them, different techniques. And, you know, I'm doing some courses at the end of the year, well, at the end of this month, actually, where I'm hoping to do a lot more couture stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing this stitching for years, and those of you that follow me or see me stuff, you know what I've been doing. So I eventually found my punches. So I wanted to finalise this with you now, because you do get to a point where if you don't do a finalising it, if you don't look at it and think, right, I've had enough now, what you end up doing is disliking it and then getting really peeved with it and then not wanting it. So I've got that, but I really like that. I don't want to finish that, but I really like her. Okay, but I like the way it's just the head on this, and I think if I get the head cut off on this, I think that could be I was all sorted with scissors and everything. Where have I put everything? I'm not ever going to be tidy again. So I'm just going to, I think I quite like that. Now there's a dancing lady again. Can you see her? She's got a wiggle on. She could have like Grace Jones there and a couple of, like a platform boot in it. Sorry, look, I don't even drink. So now I'm going to place this. Now I'm looking at it that way. Now watch. Does she fit better there? Does she fit better there? I actually like the fact that if I put her here, we've got like sporadic pieces that don't just finish. I really love that. I really love the idea that we could do some more weaving up here. I can put a chain mail on as well from here and bring something new to the party. I've left this one on as hair. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to make this fit, but would that be better? Would that be better? Or would that be... See, I quite like that. It's almost like ideas in a red. So, but I really like that. See, I could shove that on there then and finish it up there, or have it just cut off there, like that. I'm loving that. Okay, I'm going to leave this bit on because I can always paint it black. I've got the patterns underneath there. I'll transfer some of the patterns onto this. I've got some black and white I need to do, so I'm going to leave that bit on. So I've got some blue. I hope everybody's okay. I've missed seeing you. I'm doing lots of stuff though. I've got my Mondays at the monastery, and my new name for it is Create and Learn at the Monastery, and it's calm. Create and Learn at the Monastery, calm. C-A-L-M, calm. Isn't that cool? Create and Learn at the Monastery on a Monday. Absolutely love that. Oh, absolutely love that. I get lots of people, different abilities, different kinds of people, and you know, people who don't need support, people who don't want support. I don't mean that in a nasty way, but some people just say like, leave me to it, and I really think that's brilliant. I've got some people who really like to push themselves, got some people who said they've never drawn in their life and they can't draw, blah blah blah, and I soon changed their mind. And I just love it. And then on a Thursday, I go with Jane Telford, and we go to our UFO group. And that's like a continuation of our JAMA group, but only it's not JAMA, it's mindful moodling at the monastery. But it's not really, because it's just our UFO with me and Jane. Me and Jane running it. So I love the smell of that, but it's very strong. So I've cut out some gold, and I've got I should have done it out the other, but never mind. I've got this now. I'm not sure whether this little one will do this, but let's go for it. Different sizes. Oh yeah. Oh, I sound like it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Oh no. Come on. Right. So I'm just thinking, I quite like the difference in colour. Both gold, but the differences in the gold I love. And then remember when I was showing you about the like body shield. So now she's glued a bit. I've got them bits. I've got the other bits. I'll just do a few more of these. I really should be cutting it in small stuff, so I might have to change this out and do it like this. Sorry, I'm just punching. Quite like that colour on it as well, you know. And then what I can do with the others, out of the thinner stuff, so I don't I was going to say stimulate then, I didn't mean that. Overwork this. Stimulate my ass. No, don't stimulate my ass. Oh, shut up. Right, just shut up, because you're just going to get arrested soon. So. Oh, you see how you can make patterns? No, stop it. So I'm going to put some drawing on now, just so I can see. So let's get on with this drawing. I bet there's no lead in my pencil. There's no such thing as lead in your pencil anyway. There's no graphite in my pencil, but I can use a pen. A white pen will do. I'll use a white pen or a gold pen, it don't really matter. Will this cheaper one work? No, if your pen don't work, keep it. Not all of them though. I'm not telling you to keep all your pens that don't work. Keep it, because you can use it for embossing. It's great for embossing. So I'm looking at this here. I've got a little bit here, and I'm quite liking the idea of just the circles on. You can have them as much or as little as you want. Like putting them on there. Oh, really like that. Yes. So I'm going to do it at random. I'm going to stick stuff down first, and then very hot today, isn't it? I love it. It don't like me though. I'm not a lover of heat, humidity or whatever it is, but I love it, but I don't love it. It really don't like me. Really doesn't like me. So I'm just going to place it like that. And these are the rips, tears that I did last time. So I'm going to change direction as well. So I did these weaving points last time to show you about how to build up, you know, your composition, so to speak. And even I was sort of like, oh, why didn't I try that? Oh, why didn't I try that? And before I knew it, I was like, yeah, should have done that, should have done that. So try it all first. Try it all first and see. Now, see, you can't really see the difference in that, but it's there. But I can, if I so wish. If I wish, sorry, more than that, I could, you know, put them round and put a bit of moogling in them later. So I've got a bit here that looks a bit missing. So I could, if I wish, complete it, but I actually quite like that. And, you know, just a strip with it. So let's see if we've got a bit of strip of paper. This is all about building up now, building up your composition. So I'll try and slip the end in under there so that we've got, no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That looks really naff. But I really like these here, so I'm just going to go for that. And I'm going to go this way now. And I'll make them all fit, even if I have to cut them, you know what I mean? Because I really like this shape and pattern, and I can build it on both sides. That works for me. If you get me that. Getting them out of there because they don't look quite right. I might just put drawing on here or gems. But that looks better for me. So we've got that. And then I've got some other chainmail coming out. So if you've got duddy ones, if you've got duff ones, I always put them at the back. So I can make a slit under there and put another one there if I wish. So I'm looking at that, which I quite like. I like the idea of it, but I like it moving over here slightly. So I'm not going to use that one. There we go. Just going to keep that one, and I'm going to do another one so that it curls in from this. Get rid of that fly. So I'm more or less finishing everything off today. It's not a case of me being super picky or anything. It's just what I've made. I don't want to make anything else. I just want to make do with what I've already got. And I don't, if that makes sense, I don't want to be, how can I put it? When you're doing stuff like this, it's very easy to go off and to keep doing more and doing more like I've done here. But I've come to the conclusion now that over the years, it's best to maintain what you've got and make it work. Because otherwise you're endlessly trying to recreate stuff that really don't work. Now, I'm thinking, because I'm doing chainmail, that will interrupt my line of thought. So this may be better. So it's not the same as the chainmail, but I've got a similar effect. See, that's better. For me, you may not like it, and that's good, because you have got your own choices. But see how that for me now is working, because I'm confining it to that area. Put another one up there, but I want this here. So now I've only put a white line there because it's going to come from her neck. But here, what I would do, it's all coming to me now. Yes, it's all coming to me. So now what I'm going to do is get some of these. These are too big, but I'm just going to do a very thin line to there and finish it off. Yes. And take that one out. Does that look better in there? No, put it back. Put it back. There we go, put it back. And then I think to finish that, maybe a small coil on it and a hair. We'll make the coil a hair of the coil. So if I'm doing it like that, sorry, I'm farting about now. So we'll make the coils into a hair. Okay. Paint underneath it, right? Exciting. I'm really happy now because I can get going with this. So I'm using these as decoration for that part. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's brilliant, Jenny. Now, that is not what, right? There's something in teaching and learning that it's okay, I can teach anybody anything. But what have they learned? What have they learned? They've just learned what I've given. So the learning comes when they take it on. That's what you're doing. You might not get that every time you do something with people, but the idea is, I've got goosebumps, look, can you see him? Can you see him properly? The idea is you now are taking ownership of your work. I've given you the ideas, but it's getting me, that makes me sing. You are now doing what I want you to do, which is taking ownership. Really is, it's brilliant. So Glynis, yeah, you're right. That's what I'm going to do the armour. So I'm going to place the first set at the top. And I'm going to glue. I think we have to start at bottom actually, if I'm not wrong. And I'm just going to see how I like it now. So I'm trying to sort of create the shoulder. But, wow, she's got some shoulders. A bit like that your Olympian last night. Wow. Wow. That poor kid. See that? So, what we have to do then is, right, do we have to do the bottom of the top first? If we do that, we've got, no, they've got to be on top, haven't they? That's right. So we've got to put these here now. So if we look at how that's going to fit, there's the finishing line. Look, can you see now? I put my hand there. There's the finishing line, so it'll be that one. So really, things will start to move into there. That's it. Yep. And I'm just going to do a line here. Now the thing is, do I want a line there or do I want it diagonal? Because it would be, it'd be more like that, wouldn't it? I like this glue, but it's a bit of a ball ache, really. It's sometimes you think that glue's great for this, and then sometimes you think, nah, it's better off with blah blah blah. And you know your own glues, don't you? So I'm just going to overdo for it a little bit. I can always whip it off because you can with this glue. And I know it's got to be the angle's got to be sort of similar on it to the shoulder. So I've got my first set on. So my next set See, if I was doing it like that, take a lot. And I'm going to be mindful of putting them. But different colours as well, so it's going to be like she's having different armour. That kid could have done with this last night. Wow. Previously disqualified. And then that is a opponent, not component. Wow. I don't want to say too much because I don't normally go on about politics or anything, but I have my thoughts. I just don't think that everyone else needs to know them. Right, so I'm bringing it down just so I know when I'm going. I'm doing that. That's it. Just to see how big these need to be and how much gap they need. And as long as I'm covering the black card, I don't care. But if you do have any bits and bobs hanging over, do not worry, because you can paint it gold, not black, gold. That's cool, that. Anyway, wrong me. Anyway, how the devil are we all? Should imagine lots of you enjoy your gardening. Getting out. Now, this is true, as you know. I tell you true stories, don't I? Right, my back garden, it needs a lot. My old place needs a lot of work. I've not had anything done for 20 odd years, so it's rack and ruin now. And my other house says the bats are starving. And I thought, because we have bats in our belfry, we don't got belfry, bats in our roof, and you can't touch them, and I don't want to anyway. They're beautiful, and that's his reason for putting the line in every night, because he don't like the washing line out because they might hurt themselves. Now I just thought it was an excuse, all this, for him not liking washing line. Thought he had a bit of a thing about it, but. Anyway, I've been reading up about these. What's happening is people are very conscientiously cutting the grass for the gardens, and that's brilliant. Yes, Jenna. The lady in question is banned from the boxing on the grounds that she's got the male gene in her body, so to speak, that isn't. So although she is on her passport registered as a lady, she's in fact a man, but it's not a trans thing, transgender issue, and it's something else. So, but yeah, it's quite a. Anyway, moths. So you say it that the moths, because everyone's being so diligent with their gardens and cutting the lawns, the moths haven't got any, the bats haven't got any food, or they're finding it scarce. So by not cutting the lawn, right, is allowing the sort of weeds, or, well, they're not weeds, they're like wild stuff, to grow. And the bats are in seventh heaven. You know, the bats are flying all like Batman's cave at night, and it's so beautiful because the weeds are promoting the growth of the sort of flowers that come and the whatever it is that they eat, and the moths are there hatching and stuff, and then the bats come along. So our garden's quite a bit of a nature reserve, but if you look at it, it looks like the Clampets live there. It really does look daft. But there's a reason, and I was talking about this yesterday, that how fixated we are on doing things the right way and looking the right way. And, you know, nobody goes in my garden apart from me. So why should I bother that if someone's going to look through their curtains and are going to see my grassy knolls? Do you know what I mean? Who cares? I don't care. Well, I shouldn't care, but I do. And it gets to me, and I think you shouldn't be doing that. You should embrace. So I have to take it all back. Mark's actually thinking about the environment, and I'm just thinking about my image. So, yeah, just think about it when you're manicuring your lawn with your pedicure scissors, or as I would say, your paedophile scissors, which is what a pedophile is, isn't it? A pedophile. I named it wrong on the TV. I said another word by accident. I don't like them. Take them off. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd tell you about the incident with the sort of grass, and how it's. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Look. Oh, you see, are they too big? Do I need to? Or you'll find when I'm doing work, I am incredibly annoying because I have to try, and I don't get people who say to me, "Can you?" And it doesn't go in my head. I'm like, why are you asking me? Why don't just do it? Why ask? Just do it. And I don't actually get it when people ask me, "Can you do this?" I think it's such a strange question. But there again, it's not strange, is it? Because some people are, you know, made that not to experiment and more to ask whether this works or that works. And see, I've always thought, right, well, none of my family, none of them at all are in the least bit arty-farty. So I've got no one to ask. So I just experimented on my own. And, you know, that's how I am. Oh, well, that's it. That's it. It's the noise. They are clicky, aren't they? Not clicky as in noisy. I was like listening to the bats, and it's I'm not going to do it, and you can hear them. So yeah, I'm dead proud of that now. Even though every time I open it, the curtains, I look at it, I'm programmed to go, oh my gosh, I need to cut the grass. It's weird, isn't it? But we do it. We do it. So here, like now, I'm starting to get a bit of love in this now. I think I've got too much gold. So I like the red, but I'm personally thinking keep them because I think her hair would look really good like that. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use these squashy curls. Now, there's two ways you can do it. Do you remember right at the beginning we made some spills? So if I show you, you have to glue these because they do come undone. But if you make a spill and then cut it, we can make a semblance between that and the spill on the hair. Like it? Thought you would. And if you don't know, go back to number one, and you'll see on number one that it's got number 1 or 2 how to make the spills. Right. Okay. So I'm looking. So I've got some bits here, and I'm looking for the bits because I think a bit of white. So I've got this here, so I could cut that off and add that. But then I think it's too much, and I quite like the way that looks. So I'm going to pull out. Now, you might think, whoa, what's the point of doing all that work and then doing that? The point is, I'm actually going to probably like it better like that than I would full, right? So, got that, pulled out some bits, and I quite like the idea of, like, remember what we did? I'm going to get the pen. Right, I'm going to pull this to fit that. So I'll put a white pen to show you. So there's the slit. So what I've done is, can you hear that? I've really pressed in. And what I've done is create a little channel. So that channel will fit that. Now I've got 2 glues. This is crazy glue. And this sticks on everything. And I mean everything. But it's not, it's pokey end. It is still poked in. So I'm going to put it in there. Now I tend to put, oh, it's warm. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Right. So I'm going to fill like that. What I'm doing is I'm spreading the glue on, but I'm filling the hole so that if I wish, now I'm just going to bend it like that and put it in that hole that I've created. Can you see? And I'm going to stick it to that. It's a different height, but really don't matter, because what'll happen is I will chop it at the end to fit. So I'm looking at that now, and I'm just going to go and I've put it at an angle like that. Can you see? So that when I do the other one, stick that one in. I think once you start getting your creative juices going, it's hard to stop. You sort of see beauty and stuff in everything, and you're like, oh, I could just, oh yeah, and what about, oh right, yeah, I could do that. It's like one of my friends has just joined, and he's into military stuff, and I've known him years, seriously years, and I went to school with him actually, and what they have to do with these little models is amazing. And although we might not sort of enjoy that type of artwork, you have to enjoy the skills that go in it, because it's like, wow, you know, manipulating materials to make them. And we know that with our distress stuff. And I was saying to them and to a few others that years ago, to get the same effect, you'd have to use this and this and this. And now we can do it with distress pads and all that. Years ago, we just had to do it with years and years of blooming technique. And I said, you know, I think although progress is good, we can't afford to. I'm programmed to shut the lid on my glue. We can never lose these old skills, because if we lose them, we've lost so much knowledge. So I've got her now coming down there, which makes me very happy. I need to fill it in. This rubber waste stuff, cement, is great. And black card's renowned for being a real bum bag for showing it. But I like this rubber waste stuff. This is Pin Flare. She's great, it's Christine. Well, it's silver designs now, isn't it? So I've got that there ready. I've done her armour. I've got this here, and I'm just thinking, what of the other things do I need to do? And I was saying about a checkerboard, wasn't I? And some gems. Right, so let's get busy with it. So we've got this bit, that bit. I've got to probably have one with me, haven't I? No, I might drop everything. If it's not on the floor, I'm probably sat on the bloody thing. I've got some more curly whirly things. I have got some new. Right, so remember the ones we've got. I'm just looking at the shape of this now. Where will this fit in relationship to? Does it have to be there? Does it need to be there? Does that fit there? You know what I mean? Don't just put it in because you've got it. Just put it in. Only put it in if it fits. See, that doesn't look too bad, but I'm just putting it on because I can. And does it look right? Well, no, not really. And if I want to put her on there later on, I can add that, but I don't want to because I don't particularly like it. So I'm just going to put on some right, I'm just going to do this paper folk piecing. Oh, wait till you find out what the sketchbook is that we're drawing on next for Renee McIntosh. I can't wait to show you. Oh my word. I'm not showing you now. Not showing you now, show you later. Oh my word, I can't wait to show you. It's exciting, properly exciting, because we make this Heidi Kyle book. She's the queen of the folding books. And if you've never heard of her, you can't call yourself a bookmaker. Not as in a bets, I don't mean that. But Heidi Kyle is the person who invented a lot of the stuff that we use today. Oh, not on my table. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, she invented a lot of the stuff that we do today. Book binding wise, and never decided to patent it. People have just took the idea, and before you know it, they've made it theirs, and it's not theirs, it's Heidi Kyle's. So very sad, but right, so over under. What I've done is I have done, sometimes when you've got a thick paper or a thin paper, you need a sort of leading edge, and bodkins are great, or you can make a paper bodkin, which is what I've just done. So the paper bodkin just means that you've cut the edge off there, like that there. So I just pull that down to where I want, chop, like that. And all it is you just cut a slant on your paper. So the next one is, that's over there and under there. So we've gone from what we had before to a lot thinner weaving. So the weaving is carrying on, but it's not as big as that. It's half of that size. You get me? There we go. So it's gone from that to that. And you can then do the middle of that if you want, but life's hard. Change up what you're doing as well. You don't need to put, you know, you could put some flesh colours in, or, you know, some rich tones. Flesh tone being whatever colour you like to refer as flesh, because we can't use that word anymore. Flesh can be any colour, can't it? So no favouritism in anything. There we go. So we've got another one in. I need to tidy all this up later, as you know. So we've got a smaller one there. Push them up though. I like different sizes. I like the fact that, you know, you can, when you're doing it on the paper like this, you can manipulate the paper to suit you. It's only took me 40 odd years to realise that. The fact that you don't have to keep manipulating everything to suit everybody else. Just make it so you like it. But it's very hard for us to do that, very hard. Not sure if I want that colour. What do you reckon? Oh, pattern cutters. Oh, I buy frozen chips sometimes, yeah. Can't you mean that bloody big chip pan? Geez, you know, it used to have its own sort of wildlife on the outside of ours. So, do you know what I mean? It was like, if it weren't caked within an inch of its life, it weren't a proper chip pan. Now, some of you may not know what that was, what I'm talking about, but a chip pan is where it was just full of oil and you fried your chips in it, and that's all you fried. You did all your fried food in it, but it was just absolutely properly caked with oil. But the outside where they bubbled over, oh my Lord, that was special, very special. And it looked like burnt honey. Now, if you never had a chip pan like that, you must have been a bit posh, because everybody I knew had a chip pan. Their chip pan was like that. So I'm as common as muck. I love it. Do you know, these lives, when it's just us, a few of us, who really want to do artwork. And of course, you know, I have to say I'm very grateful for the people who join me to support me. You're just the best. I feel like it's a proper class now. I feel like I've not got that class where they're having to do my lesson. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, they don't want to do it, but they've got to do it. Whereas you're like, I sort of feel like you're like the ones that have picked this class, and the others, you know, I'm not in their option group. So you're my year 11 and 12 option groups. That's it. Now, I'm not going to be able to finish this with you because I am obviously going to take tons of time I've got my stitching to do, which I'm presently in love with. Can't tell you how good that is to do that. I mean, slow stitching, I'm just loving that. So I'm just going to finish off this one, and then what I'll do is I will show you at the end. What I'll do is just do a bit and show you at the end what it looks like, and it hopefully, fingers crossed, when I start to sort of make it. Oh, there's a ghost in my house, I can't hide. Oh, I'll probably get done now, won't I? It'll probably look nothing like this, but I want to consolidate my learning, so to speak. And I faff. Look, faffing's good because you get to see perhaps things that you wouldn't necessarily. I want to squash these a bit to get some texture and stuff. You wouldn't necessarily sort of see, like you're seeing the bits that some people find a bit boring. They like the end product, don't they? They like to see it all in five minutes flat, how they've managed to go from zero to hero in a garden, or and I get that. I mean, I've sat there and watched somebody clean their patio. How sad is that? But it's very rewarding. And at the end of it, someone had a very nice patio. So, do you get me? It's the process sometimes isn't so enjoyable. Now, I'm not particularly liking how that looks there, but that's because it's not got enough in it. I think when I start to put some more like that, that's it. That's what it needs. It just needs, like here, it's contained, and I want to balance it, so I'm going to bring it out here. Oh, undo it. Not too much. But when you do these wibbly wobbly ones like this, it's very easy to just manipulate them. Into said shapes. I'm only using the card ones I've done, so that that's much better. Oh, I just need one more. Yes. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to manipulate it a little bit because I need it to sort of fit in against that like that. Yes. This is sort of in place of a hair, really, isn't it? You can see the... Oh, yeah. I'm liking that. So we've got... Ow! My fat leg's just stuck to the chair. That hurt. That hurt. Whoa. Who did the album for me? Oh, thank you. Yeah, the faces in my Patreon group. The faces there as a download. I am just going to pop that there. Do we need that one there, or am I just being pedantic? Does that need to be there? Doesn't really matter, does it? I do like the idea of having her. Could have a flick. Whoa, look at her there. It's an 80s perm, isn't it, that? Love it. So here, what we need now is maybe that bit of music might fit nicely there. No, I see it's still not fitting. It still needs... Maybe this is going to fit better. No. No, it's not fitting. It's not fitting at all. So let's look at this. No. Right. Okay. Job's a good one. Let's get down to it. Next, I'm going to move these. Right, I'm just going to cut some spills, and I'm going to be quite, oh, not all over the floor. Keep hold of him. Right, so I'm just looking at how these are going to fit. And I can bring them like that. Oh, I like them. I'm going to do some drawing now, okay? I'm all stuck to my elbow. Look at that, I've got all knobbles on it. Right, do a quick drawing, and I've got my things here. These, for those that don't know, these are for your ink pads and stuff. So I'm just going to put some ink in on it, actually, because I think I need a bit of... Now, I have to say, I've not used these for ages, and I'm a bit concerned that I need a new lesson on them. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned that I might have forgot how to go and use these, so bear with me. I'll use these, and if it goes peach, I'll wipe it off. So I'm using oxide because I'm going to show up on this, and I'm just going to do, right. The thing is, am I thinking up and down that way, like that, or that way? Let me see. Let me see what it looks like, because I've not done it yet. So I'll try the pink one. Where's my finger dabber gone? There it is. I'll just try it. If it don't look right, it don't look right. Yeah, does. So I'm gonna some of it I'm not too enamoured with. As a placement, that's pretty good. Right. I'm not a lover of how it looks at the moment, but as for placement, yeah, I like that. I do like that. So I'm going to get some drawing done now. I'm going to look at the patterns I've got in here and just extend them. So let's look at this line I've got here. I'll draw that on and separate here. I'm just drawing where the lines were here. I'm going to chop that off. So now that's got glue on it, so it's been a bit of a teenager on me. Now that looks really nice because it emulates what's there. And we've got like a board around it, which really brings... I like the idea of shoving stuff in there as well. So this bit here comes to here, like that. So Alexa, stop. Because no doubt that'll be somewhere and someone will say, that belongs to somebody. Right, do you remember we had that really nice, that one there? No, that's not the one. Here it is, where we had the lines and the blue on it. I'm going to do that one on this. So just going to get a couple of these little small ones. Just get a bigger bit of paper, fine about this small bit. I always do that, do you? Get the tiniest piece of paper and think, oh, I don't want to waste it. And you're like, for God's sake, get it used. Get it used, don't fart about. They probably think there's an henpecked husband here. It's the other way round. He's the lawmaker. He is the lawmaker, not me. Right, so we've got this. We've got the background of the dots. Well, it would help if you put glue on it with this. Apparently, I got told off the other day because I'm calling myself by my second name. I don't really know what the problem is with that, if I choose to do it, but hey-ho. So, I quite like that. That's going to be the lines, and I'll put the lines in now. I've got a blue pen. But I'm just doing that for effect because I'm not finishing it today. So we get the blue lines in and we go. It's lovely to hear the wind, isn't it? Not my wind, the wind outside. Now, it doesn't like the distress oxide, so, you know, be aware of that when you're putting your mixed media on. Be aware that some people don't like each other. Some like products. No, some products don't like each other like some people like don't like each other. But instead of keeping it to themselves, they want everybody to join them. I'm out of that world. I've never said a bad word on here about anybody. Ever. I don't think. Right, so we've got the pattern in, which I think would look nice with the white with it as well to give it some direction. Like that. Get it? The white on it. Can just see, can't you, that it's even though I've had people, yeah, I don't think I have, stealing my jobs, undercutting me with prices, going straight to my employees and offering them half the price for shows and stuff. Oh yeah. But hey-oh. Right. So we've got some white on that now, which is starting to give it a little bit of impact. And I think the idea, once the glue's dry, we can give it a little bit of welly round here, like that. And she is way too, do you know what I mean? She's just not happening with me there, but that's fine. And then here, Right, I'm getting peed off with these pens. I pay a fortune for pens, and I pick up one, it doesn't work, another one, it doesn't work, you know, and you're like, right, okay, what's going on with these pens? So I'm just going to split this up. Mind you, after saying that, my bosses, my old bosses, some of them were so shallow that they did it, so I can't really blame the people. You know, who's at fault there? You know what I mean? Who's at fault for that? It's business after all. And then people say, don't take it personally. What? Of course I take it personally. Just don't shout out about it. You know, don't take it personally. Well, if you don't like someone enough to do that, then it is a personal thing, isn't it? But it was good because it did make me realise how the business works, and you know, not just one business, I mean all of them. So yeah, it just made me, and that I've cut right back. I'm semi-retired, and I'm loving what I'm doing now. But yeah, it's, oh sorry, I've just dumped a load of crap on you. Sorry about that. Don't normally dump like that. Right, I've got 3 on there because I think that's going to work nicely. I think if there's any like areas inside there, then I think, you know, a bit of the gold pen in it, silver pen, white pen, just add your curly bits in it, and I think that would be enough, really. You know, adding the white to it, filling it. We've got this here, and I think when I start to sort of look at how this is going, the blue pen, I'm hoping, yes, can give it a bit of a shadow. Can you see? I'll go in with a black, a dark one, or a graphite or something, but the blue pen on the is not too heavy, and it just gives it a shadow. But and just rub it out. If anybody wants any earbuds and they want the most amazing deal, and I bought them. I bought these earbuds and they were 80% off, and I looked at them and they're like 4,500 reviews on them. So if you want to know what they are, give me a message, because I've bought 2 pairs and I'm over the moon with them. Right, so I am going to get they make it really hard to get in packages, don't they? They make it so that you don't want to get in it. Right, okay. Stuffed. I'm just using some wording here. So get your stencils out, get your stamps out. Go over them afterwards and make them your own then. This is just a starter. And with a stencil, you can start off with the bare bones skeleton and then add your own structure to it afterwards. Joanne Sharp's great for that. But with a stencil, you can sort of wiggle it to fit the big, or the space, the shape, like I'm doing it to fit this. People forget that and just think you've got to do it straight. No, you haven't. You wiggle it just a little bit and it gets, oh, there's a song in that, and it gets into all of it. So gets into all the spaces, but you've just moved it to fit. Yeah, again, it's this idea of you making the work fit, not you fitting the work. Can you see? Oh, I love that. I think we need we probably won't get all this when we cut it off. We'll get like parts of the word, so we'll get putting a word fun on. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, I've just realised what I've done. Oh. Oh, I'm not saying out when I chop it off. Oh no. I'm not going to get that away. It's true, we need to get our, that's what I'm doing. I'm finding all sorts of crap in my house and then I'm really loving it. I really like that. I really do like that. Now, I have got these pens and I swear by them and I love them. Some people don't like them, but like I say, each to their own. Okay, so all I've done is I'm joining the letters up because I don't like it missing. Because sometimes when you're skimming and scanning your letters, you're not seeing the whole thing, are you? Because your brain can take you through the sentence and you can see the sentence with missing words, but it introduces things that really shouldn't be there. So all depending on how your brain thinks is how you will look at a word and how it sort of sits on the paper. And if I can only see a part of it, which part can I see and what does it suggest? So just be a bit careful. Don't do what I've done and just put the first word that you saw, because when that's cut off, yeah, I'm only going to see certain letters. So I apologise now. Now, I love these pens. Right, so I love that wording that we've got there. I do like these for proper colour as well. The pen I was using, the signal's great, but it's got a sharp point, a bullet point, whereas these have got a fine micro bullet point, but it's paint, so it's a thicker application, and I love that. I'm really liking this now. Are you? I really like that now, don't you? That bit. I keep asking you. Yes. Just answer me. Someone answer me. Right, I'm going to continue this here. To get it, yes, make it fit together. Smashing! Super smashing super! Right, so I'm adding some patterns there. Might do some up here. I've done a lot there. Right, quite like that. It's now time to chop it down. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, Eddie? Go. Get off. Right, chopping that off. It's all full of glue and it's annoying me. Right, just to show you. Nearly there. The back looks better than the front, I must admit. Oh no, it needs a bit more off. No, I don't quite like it like that. I'm going to get rid of that. That's it. So we've got our square now and it's looking like that. So we can finish it off if we wish like that. Now we've got these pieces which are great if we want to sort of use these as strips for a rare or whatever that we need to. So in the next, you see you've got these bits as well, make great. These make great, you know, if I want, oh that's quite nice, isn't it? Putting it across there, or even like strips across strips like that, you know, where you're adding pattern on pattern. So we're at that stage. She needs doing. So next time it'll all be done. But next time we need to do some work. I'm going to do some more on this because I can. But next time we're going to do some more work. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with Rennie McIntosh. Charles Rennie McIntosh. He of Scottish magnificence. He's would that look cool? She's got a boobie showing. Oh, it don't matter, does it? Just put that in her hair, can't you? I'm just looking at these now anyway. Yes, it looks good, doesn't it, that? Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. I'm just going to put some stuff on. I knew if I kept these long enough, they'd come in. You know, these, what you call it. And if I kept them long enough, these things would come in handy. Makeup bags. Right, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking I need to bring in some red. So maybe a little blue and a little bit of red. And I think the blue definitely on here. I have got some of those little drawers that you go wiggle, wiggle with, and they turn the right way around. You know, you go wiggle, wiggle, wiggle in that order, if you so wish. So I've got some of them that I just got upstairs. Everything's upstairs. But I am very proud of myself now doing my room. Very proud. Very, very proud. Come on, you're supposed to stick. Don't leave me high. Oh, for God's sake, get on. Right. Enough now with things. Get on there, you stupid tit. Come on. Oh, sorry. As in titter, as in that. Stupid. Oh, for God's sake, they're flicking everywhere. I'll find that on my bum later when I have a shower. Because it's hot. I'll find it there stuck to my dirty hair. Right. I am loving this little machine. Really, oh, for God's sake, get on! I love this little machine. It's hot. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, Charles Rennie Mackintosh. The first thing is we need to do is the 5 Ws to find out a little bit about him, who, what, where, when, why. But please don't stop doing this. This has been the start of your discovery. By no means finished. So, you know, you carry on at your own pace. And that's the beauty of it. You carry on how you feel comfortable with it, not at anyone else's pace. So keep going at it, keep chipping at it, put it away, put it back, put it away, put it back. And honestly, sometimes you think, when am I ever going to finish this? And the answer is never. I've got things now I take to shows. Well, I'm not on telly now anymore, but I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 jobs, like, but when I'm on telly and I pick them up to take, because I've done the product before, and I'm like, putting extra bits on it, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, it's finished. Never finished. Never finished. I wonder if I could just pick it up like that. Oh, get off. Get off. Get off. Get off. And the answer's no. No. Ow! Ow! Oh, oh, oh dear. Oh, that's it. Look at that. Straight away. Oh, blooming heck. It's my own fault. It says hot. You stupid woman. Oh, blooming heck. So what I've done is, I'm just going to put this sort of, I'm only going to go down a little bit, because I think, oh, for God's sake, when in Rome. Right, I think when you're doing this sort of thing, less is more with me. I'm terrible at, I'm not with it to do with this, am I? Sounds like a New York film, doesn't it? So I've put a few red coming down here, because I think it sort of ties itself in with that. It's quite subtle. You see, it looks quite nice. And on the blue, it looks quite nice as well. And I think just to, I think I put too many out. I quite like the idea of, I'm going to have to get one of them trays from upstairs. I quite like the idea of having it on one of the lines like that, all the way to the top. I tell you what, it's well worth your while plonking these on properly. That's a technical term, plonk. You see, I've just done what most people do. Oh, hey. You hear that? Weren't me saying that. She's not happy, is she? F off. Especially to her child. It's the Britzo in it. A sniff of sunshine, paddling pool, barbecue comes out. You know, all the mouldy cushions that have been left out all year. Oh, machine. If you go to, Denise, if you go to my page with description, it's on it there. It's got the link for you. You get everything. It's about 14 quid, but there is one at 19, and you get all the knobs and nibs, and you get all the hot fix, 3 sets of hot fix, 3 sets of different ones of these. You get a bag of nibs, the picky up things, tweezers, the stand. I think that's it. But you get them all, but they go on clothes and everything. And they do fix really well as well. And the white ones, I want to use as tears on the face once I've coloured it. So the little stand goes like that for it. So I've got this coming down now. It's quite nice. I quite like them here, only because it brings them together. That's an excuse. It's just me wanting to get more on, and I do it all the time. Oh, just a few. Oh, just one there. Oh, just one there. And you're like, oh, for God's sake. My mum and dad used to work with Danny LaRue. Danny LaRue was a drag artist. Really well known in Fufu Lumar and all that. Anyway, he used to come out with a comment. I remember him, because I remember him when he was in, I think it was Monroe's. No, yeah, it was. He was live, the Millionaires Club. And my dad was dropping my mum off, and I was there anyway. We just went in, and he asked for something out of his handbag. And he said, the guy who was getting the stuff out said, oh my word, or words to that effect. It's like a WHORE handbag, right? To which Frank Lamar said, well, if you think that's bad, you want to go in a tranny's bag. And I was like, I never knew what it meant, that. And it always made me laugh, because it was like full to the top of everything you can name, like one of your finger drawers, where you put all your stuff in your drawers. One of them, like your special drawer. And it was just, when he said that, if you think that's bad, go to it. And I never knew what the word meant. Because to me, we used to look after these people, make sure they were all right. My dad did anyway. My mum used to work with them. No, I don't mean with them. She was their staff, so to speak. And I just knew him as Franny or Fran, or, or I never blinked an eyelid. And yeah, it was quite funny. But when he said that, and I said, oh, Mum, what's that? And she went, ask your dad. And then my dad said, oh, I'll tell you later. One of them, Anyway, I'm sort of getting there now. I'm loving my gems. I'm loving all that. There's a lot I need to do with it, because I need to take it right back now. I need to put her face on. She needs a bit of slap, doesn't she? Because she's looking a bit pale. So I love the wording on it. I think that's really helped. I might make her into a fully functioning piece. But where's my fave gone? Oh, I know what I was going to do. I've got these as well, contour paste, which I'm going to do. But I've kept you an hour and 3/4 now, so I do apologise. But yeah, I'm going to announce it. So next Friday, Charles Rennie Macintosh. If you want homework, which I personally think everybody should have homework, but homework is what you want to do, then go ahead and write the 5 W's on him. Charles Rennie Macintosh. And wow me like you do. I'm just looking for that piece I really love, and you can put wording on it if you wish. See, look at this. Oh my God, don't scream. Count to 10. Start again. Count to 10. Start again. Right. I haven't got a clue. Before I go, I'll show you something. I hope you enjoyed that. I know there's only 6 people, but you're all very important to me. Right, okay. I've been fine-tuning my stitching. And you know I've been doing it years. So when I picked out these 2 from 3 years ago, I've got some beetles in upstairs. In case anyone's got a phobia, I didn't bring them out. I didn't want to do that. So these are ones I did with my stamps, which I really love. I do really like doing this. I just think it's another direction. And I was thinking all my gems could go on top of these here. You know, I could stamp it, stitch it, and then gem it. Don't know. And these are from many years ago, aren't they? No, not many, but about 3 years. And then I've got some of my new, well, this is about 2 years old, where I've been doing some of my smocking and gold work. Okay. And then I did this one. Okay. So I did that one, and it's got beads on, and it's got all sorts of stitches. So it's like a sampler. But I'm looking at my stitching, and it's not silk shading at all. It's not shading. It's not painting with threads. So as I've been working on this one, I'm fine tuning it. So here's my latest one. Oh, it's upside down. Here's my latest one. And in comparison, I think you can see a difference now. In the stitching, the shading. So I just got sorry. Don't know what happened then. Lazy chain.